going on, people? Welcome to Football Carnage, and we are back with another Mania right here for you guys on the channel. Action-packed show that we have for you because we're going to talk about the Ballon d'Or. We're going to talk about some of these transfer stories that are coming out, and also Tottenham have sacked Ange Postecoglou. Imagine Tottenham sacking a manager after he wins them their first trophy in 17 years. Absolute madness. But big up to everybody that's watching right now. Shout out to the chat. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications, and let us know what you're thinking for any of the stories that we talk about. Shout out to my guy, Kevin, and also big up to Corey. And we're still waiting on Touchline to join the show as well. But how are you guys?
I'm chilling, bro. Excited for the debate.
Can't complain. All good, man.
Let's do this. Yeah, bro. You know, I was thinking to myself, because I feel like a lot of the topics that are coming out nowadays, it's so like regurgitating the same things that we saw days ago, right? Like, for example, we're getting more updates about Sesko, right? But we talked about Sesko on Monday. We're getting more updates about like Rodrigo with Chelsea and Arsenal. But like we talked about that on Monday. So when I'm trying to think of topics, it's like I don't want to keep talking about the same shit every single show. Because like how many times and how many different ways can we say, oh, yeah, Sesko to Arsenal, oh, Rodrigo to Arsenal or Chelsea? It's like, bro, come on, man. But the Ballon d'Or conversation, though, I'm super excited about that because you guys were arguing in the chat just about it. And we need Touchline here for it because he has really strong opinions. But if he doesn't join, then, you know, like that's on him, bro. Did you guys watch the Nations League games, the semifinals?
Yeah, I was really excited about the semifinal just to have Ter Stegen in goal for Germany. I really don't like Ter Stegen as a Barcelona fan, so I was just excited to see him get booted out. But I really enjoyed both Nations League games. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I did too, bro. Like, especially the like cracker game as well, Spain and France, bro. Crazy game. Like, I thought it was great, bro. Seeing like I was watching the game. I was like, I seen like Yamal, like Dembele, Cherki coming off the bench. Like, I was just like, there's hella ballers that's like all over this pitch, bro. And like they produced most of them. Crazy game.
Yeah. So then, like, what are you guys saying for Sunday?
Sunday's gonna be a banger.
You think so? Because I feel like Spain are going to cook Portugal. Like Portugal should make it like a good game because Portugal have a lot of talent, but their manager is a scrub and they don't play good football.
Who even is their manager right now?
Roberto, is it Martinez? I think it's the guy that used to be
Roberto Martinez. Yeah, nah, bro. Spain are gonna put him to the sword,
really?
Bro.
You guys don't rate Portugal after having Nuno Mendes, Ruben Diaz, Vitinha, João Neves. You guys don't rate them?
No. I rate them. Like, they have a lot of talent. Like, Portugal are one of the best national teams in the world. But if you watch them play, they're trash. Like, it's a bunch of
I feel like it's always been like that with Portugal, though. Like, they've always had, like, great talent, like, throughout the years. But yeah. I've always said it with Portugal. It's always been, like, the coaching. I was like from, like, a setup perspective, like, tactically, I feel like compared to the other teams, like, especially Spain, who I think probably tactically and, like, with the talent, they're probably, like, the best, like, as, like, a whole, as a unit, are probably, like, the best, like, national team. You've seen that with the Euros. So I just feel like Spain are going to put them to the sword, bro. I feel like it's just going to be the same thing again, like when Portugal coming against a big team.
I mean, and I also think, to be honest, Ronaldo should not be starting for Portugal at 40 years old. I'm be real.
No way, like, bro.
Obviously, right, one of the greatest players of all time. He bagged a goal as well in that match. But I feel like him being on the pitch is more of a detriment to, like, the overall team. I feel like if Ronaldo is going to still be a part of that Portugal setup, then he needs to be like an impact sub, right? Yeah, I just feel like they would look a lot more fluid with him dropped, but no manager that they hire is going to have the balls to do it.
Exactly.
So, you know, it is what it is. But
just a quick question. If you think Ronaldo should come off the bench, who should be their striker? Like an aerial threat too, not like Gonzalo Ramos. I think he's too small. But like who?
I mean, but you don't even really need like an aerial threat per se, right? I mean, so Portugal striker option, yeah. So it's Gonzalo Ramos. You also have Diogo Jota when he's fit. I feel like you could maybe like even play like a João Felix in like a false nine kind of role, more of like a link up man. Yeah, I feel like there's just different things and different ways that you can manage that Portugal side. But yeah, I feel like their managers are just too scared to drop him. And I remember when he did get dropped in the last World Cup, I believe he did get dropped for like a game or so. And then I forget what happened to that manager. I think he got sacked like after. But I mean, look, we all know like Portugal is Ronaldo. Like that's just like he sells the tickets. He's the star name. I get it, but I just don't think he should be starting at 40, bro. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
Yo, thanks, man. What's good, bro?
Yeah, just on that, he got dropped and his wife made an Instagram post, or his girlfriend made an Instagram post calling out the manager afterwards.
No, he did like this is the Ronaldo package, bro.
They won 6-1 in it. They won 6-1 in it, and his wife come out afterwards and saying you were betrayed by your friend and all this stuff. Like literally, like, you see what I'm saying? They always make drama about things like that, so that's why he can't get.
But the thing is, why do people's family feel the need to say something? Like, right. If I was
Ronaldo's family have always got something to say about stuff. Like,
but like even like no wait, but for example, bro, let's say like Garnacho and like his brother, for example, right? Like retweeting shit. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like you're my brother or you're my wife or whatever. Like, why are you giving your opinion? Shut up, because now you're putting me
bro. It just
in like a real compromising position.
Real shit, bro. Like it don't concern them at all. And I feel like when it comes to, like Ronaldo in Portugal, right? Like I feel like with him, like when he's in the like every time he's like with the squad, like he's gonna start, bro. I feel like the way you're gonna have to like take him out is like not put him in the squad completely, because like I feel like that's like how like Ronaldo would like be thinking as well. Like he wouldn't want to come all the way to like the Portugal national team just to sit on the bench, bro. So I feel like with him, it's like he's either gonna have to be starting or he's gonna have to be like out of the squad like completely. I feel like that's the way they're gonna have to like phase him out. I don't think putting him on the bench, because I feel like he's just gonna get more of this like shit with his wife, people like his family members. Like I feel like you just gotta take him out of the squad like completely.
But Corey, they also allow him to keep taking free kicks as well. What the fuck is Ronaldo still taking free kicks? Like that's my thing, bro. It's like
leave the free kicks before they leave you. You know what I'm saying?
Days. Like every free kick is either going out the stands or hitting the wall. Like every time, bro. It's like I don't think I've seen Ronaldo score a free kick since that one against fucking Spain. Against De Gea, bro. Like,
no, he scored one for us. He scored one for us.
No, I'm talking about for Portugal.
Oh, for Portugal.
Yeah, Portugal is definitely that World Cup, bro. 2018. I think about it. 2018, bro. It's big 2025 now. I'm telling you, bro. The only way they're gonna get Ronaldo properly out of that Portugal team, they just have to like drop him from the squad completely.
Now, but you know, look,
his ego's way too big for him to be sitting on no bench.
Now, look, bro. But hopefully, Ronaldo can turn back the clock a few years and beat Spain. I'm gonna need to see some Barca and Yamal tears on Sunday. But look, let's just get into it, right? Ballon d'Or. We know the two favorites, Ousmane Dembele, LAMINE Yamal. I personally think that Dembele should be winning the award. But I'm now seeing this narrative online that the Nations League is like this big decider in this competition. And this is news to me. But look, we've been having a lot of debates about it in the group chat. And with Yamal going against Dembele in the semifinals, right? I thought let's have the conversation again, because people are still trying to push the Yamal Ballon d'Or agenda, especially after he bagged the brace and he's heading to the final. So, I mean, I'll open it up for whoever wants to start off. But who do you guys think should win the Ballon d'Or? Because it is a legit debate that needs to be had.
Yeah, I would say this is one of the tightest Ballon d'Or races in maybe the last 4 or 5 years. Just because I think now it's coming down to all the little intricate things like fair play, good sportsmanship, having good games. But I think one of the most important things that everyone's forgetting is you got to be the most important player for your national team and your club. So Dembele has had a great season, but I don't see anything from him outside of PSG. Outside of playing for his club, which is great that he plays good for his club. Big up to him. But I don't see him being the best player in the world for the entire season.
But there's no international tournament apart from the Nations League, which we all agree is like a fourth place tournament.
The Euros was last year, fella.
But that was for last season. That's why Yamal got top 10, though, or top 15, whatever he got. Otherwise, he wouldn't have got it last season.
So there's another international tournament, and he's dominating everybody in it. You wanted to put him up against Doué, you want to put him up against Dembele or Mbappe. He got all.
Is he dominating everyone in it?
Did you watch the game?
Yeah, we all watched. I don't know watch long for it. He didn't dominate anyone.
He dominated the entire game, man.
He scored a penalty. He didn't play that well.
He ran circles around Due. Like
I actually thought. What's that guy's name? The alphabet name, the striker.
Right? When Ronaldo scores penalties,
oh yeah, Zabo.
Right?
Him.
I've never said Ronaldo's the best in the world, so that's you're talking to the wrong people, brother.
All right. Well, I still back Lamine for this Ballon d'Or. I think he's been playing exceptional. His goals, his assists, even when he doesn't have an assist or a goal in 3 months, he's still putting on amazing performances in wins, which I think is what matters the most.
Okay, and do you watch the French league?
Nah, I don't think anybody does.
So how could you say that Dembele's only played well for 4 months?
Because I have friends that watch the French league, friends who are PSG fans. I don't really tune into Dembele.
So if I go ask PSG in, will he sit there and tell me that Dembele's had 4 good months of the season?
Probably. Ask him.
Nah,
I'll ask him.
I feel like
it's more than
I'm calling your bluff, mate. Ask him.
Because I swear down, Yamal had 3 league. Yamal had 0 league goals in 3 months.
And I'm telling you how you can impact the game outside of goals and assists.
Yeah, I agree. But what Dembele can also impact a game without goals. It's not like Dembele's some shit footballer. He's not Mbappe. He's actually very good, technical wise.
Now Mbappe's a shit footballer?
Well, he doesn't impact games without goals and assists. Yeah, that's the type of player Mbappe is.
Huh?
I don't back that at all either.
Like, no. Hold on.
Listen, it's true though, isn't it?
You are waffling.
No.
You are waffling. What do you mean that Mbappe doesn't impact the games unless he's getting a goal or an assist? Which Mbappe are you watching? Okay.
The Mbappe I've watched for years.
You're talking about Ethan Mbappe. You're not talking about Kylian. You're talking about his little brother. There's no way that you just said that Mbappe does not impact. Brother, of course Mbappe impacts games. Because of Mbappe.
Okay, cool. Hold on.
Their entire focus, which
let's not make this about fucking Mbappe, bro. Because fair enough.
Yeah, hey, look. All right.
I get Carnage has got some affiliation to him, but yeah.
All right, so Kevin, let's be real, okay? LAMINE Yamal, fantastic player. The face of Barcelona, right, was very important in you guys winning your domestic treble. Nobody's going to argue that, right? I don't think anybody is going to sit here and tell you that LAMINE Yamal does not deserve to be in the Ballon d'Or conversation. Touchline, like that's not what you're saying, right?
No, I'm not saying he doesn't deserve in the conversation. I'm just saying Dembele is a deserved winner.
Okay, yes. So, again, we can all sit here and agree Yamal's a baller. But, Kevin, you have to look at what PSG have just done, and you have to look at how Dembele was very pivotal in this run that they've had this season, bro. Yeah, PSG are now another team that's in the history books for winning the treble. And on top of that, they're going to be going into the Club World Cup, right? They're probably going to make some signings. They are the favorites in that tournament. So now if Dembele goes into the Club World Cup, and even if they don't win it, but if he performs at a high level there, that's now something else that LAMINE Yamal wouldn't be able to match because Barcelona couldn't qualify for it. Yeah. I feel like when you look at the Champions League knockout stages, look at how Dembele played throughout that entire run. He was their best player. Mm-hmm. And then in the final, he was also good as well. Like his link-up play, the 2 assists that he got. I just think to say that LAMINE Yamal deserves it because of what he did with Barcelona, I feel like you're kind of discrediting than what Dembele did at PSG. Like the UCL is more important than anything that Barca won this season. To be fair.
Hold on, can we highlight that comment real quick? Triple X, right? Let me just Triple X. Triple X.
This one?
Correct me if I'm wrong. The Club World Cup's been going for ages. No, the Club World Cup's been going for years. The Nations League's literally a free-time old tournament. Am I right? Am I right? So the thing is, Nations League was to replace friendlies.
Yeah,
that's what it was. It was to replace friendlies.
Okay, so here's the thing with a guy like Triple X, right? He's a fucking idiot. So regardless of your feelings, Triple X, the facts are, right? And one, I never said that the Nations League is not a major trophy. What I said was people always downplay it, right? Nobody rates the Nations League like how you rate the Euros, how you rate the World Cup, how you rate Copa America. It's not on that level of international tournament. But the facts are the Nations League is a major trophy. The Club World Cup is a major trophy. Now, if you're a facts over, or if you're a feelings over facts kind of person, then that's perfectly fine. But What I'm saying is I've never seen people try to push a Nations League matchup in the Ballon d'Or conversation. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just bringing up that I find it funny how now that Dembele is in the lead because of what he did with his club, now people are trying to make it seem like because Yamal had a better game, he deserves to go over Dembele. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah,
can I just ask Kevin, who should have won who won the Ballon d'Or in 2019?
2019 was this the Messi or
Messi over Van Dijk?
That was Messi Van Dijk. That was Messi Van Dijk here. Why didn't Ronaldo win it when he scored a hat-trick in the Nations League semi-final and won the Nations League?
He won the Nations League and people wanted to push him for the Ballon d'Or. If he wanted,
I've never seen any Ronaldo fan push him for the Ballon d'Or. They all said Van Dijk should win it that year.
No, they were
Ronaldo was nowhere near the Ballon.
Remember, Juventus.
But anyways, Kevin, I'm asking you because you're using the Nations League as the barometer, right? Not the Champions League.
The Nations League as a barometer.
He won more trophies than Messi that year.
I'm using the whole year as a barometer. You feel me? But what I'm saying is, what matters is you got to be a good player in your club and your country. You just took.
But Messi won 6 Ballon d'Ors before he won an international tournament.
Took PSG's top 3 players. They're on the same national team, right? Dembele, Doué, Mbappe. You put them all on the same from the club, straight copy paste, club to country. They're not producing the same. They need the team. That's why at the Ballon d'Or, there's an award for the best club of the year. I think that award will go to PSG and rightfully deserved. As a team, they're unstoppable. Hakimi is looking like a world-class right back. I think PSG are an exceptional team. That does not mean Dembele should get the Ballon d'Or. I want him back.
1 second. Triple X. Send me. Hold on, Zare. Triple X. Send me an email, right? willtalksports@gmail.com. Send me an email, and I'm gonna send you the link, and then you could come on, and then you could tell us why we're clowns and why. Make sure your camera's turned on as well. But yeah, you can email me. You could DM me on Twitter or Instagram. You can message me. I'll send you the link. Because people always have a lot to say, and but then they never want to join the show. But go ahead, Kevin, what you were saying. Look, I feel like Dembele deserves it. Like, what you do with your club matters more than what you do with your national team, in my opinion.
Messi won it ahead of so many people when he never won an international trophy. It's like you can't change the rules.
I think playing with your national team should also have a say in it. I think that's a big part of why Rodri won last year. I think that's a big part of why Luka Modric won as well. He played exceptional with his national team.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
R9, Zidane.
I think being a player that you can prove your worth in your national team and your club is what matters the most.
Yeah. But there's also a player that's done more for his club than Yamal's done for his club this season.
Who?
Yeah,
Dembele.
Right? Like Dembele.
Yes or no at the start of the season?
Dembele came off the bench. How are you gonna? How's the best player in the world gonna come off the bench and be impactful for his club?
Wait, who?
Dembele.
When?
Dembele was coming off the bench earlier this season. I'll pull up exactly what game. Hold
on, wait. But don't forget that him and Luis Enrique had a little fallout earlier this season. Remember, that's why Dembele got dropped when they played Arsenal in like the league phase, because him and Enrique had an argument. So
it was like some ego trip that he was having.
Yeah. So then, okay. But then, like, was he dropped for that reason, or was he dropped because he was playing shit? Because
I just checked it now. When we played him at the Emirates, he wasn't even in the squad. I just checked.
Yeah, because Enrique dropped him.
Well, both those things can be true, right? Whether it was about ego or if he was playing bad, they both don't help him in the Ballon d'Or race. Because if he was playing bad, he shouldn't get the Ballon d'Or. If he was having an ego trip so bad that the manager took him out of the lineup, I don't think that's the Ballon d'Or recipient.
Yeah, I mean, look, again, for me,
I agree with Das. It means nothing now when you're right.
I mean, of course, the Ballon d'Or doesn't mean anything, right? In terms of, like, we know that it's a popularity contest. We know that 9 out of 10 times the winner is going to be an attacker, right? Like, it's very rare that, like, a midfielder, like a Modric, like a Rodri, like, it's very rare that they get it, right? It is a very biased award. But just in football discourse, it does matter. Zare, who do you think should get this award, bro, based off the seasons that just passed?
I mean, it's actually tough because I've heard so many arguments. Like, I've heard the argument, for example, with Dembele, even though he won them the Champions League. I've heard that he's not had the best first starts of the season. But then with the Yamal, was unreal but didn't win. The way I see it is if you contribute to your team winning, then you clearly deserve it. So I think Dembele still.
Corey, what you saying, bro? I feel like you haven't given me
like, what's it called? I agree with like what Kevin said at the beginning. Like, this is one of the most like closest 50-50 like Ballon d'Or races we've had for a while, bro. Like, even like when you look at like both of them attackers, both of them won. Like, both of these guys have won minimum three trophies this year. Honestly, especially like after, it's not even just about the fact that he won the Champions League, bro. It's the fashion, bro. Like, even when you look at Dembele's performance, this guy was through the middle. This guy was on the right at times, on the left. He was across the whole front three the entire game, bro. He got his 2 assists, record UCL final win in history, bro. Absolutely balled out, and he did for the whole. Like, even when you look back at like the other rounds, scored the winner at the Emirates in that game. Scored both the goals in the Liverpool tie. So I think Dembele is gonna like edge it, bro. Like, just because I think his performances in the UCL. I know Yamal had crazy UCL performances as well, but his performances. Not only did he do it in the final, but he almost like his performances gotten there too, and he's won the whole thing. And that with the treble, I think you have to say Dembele is gonna win it, bro.
Oh wait, I need to.
Can I ask you a question?
Wait, can I just say
Go
one
on.
thing before Tuchel goes? One thing just quickly, and then Tuchel can ask his question, and he can talk forever. I was gonna say this. Keep in mind who owns Ballon d'Or and what country is that team based
French.
in that won the league.
Yeah.
There you go.
Can I ask a question? When you say it's 50-50, when you say it's 50-50, if Yamal didn't play for Barcelona, would it still be 50-50?
Bro,
still
I mean, look at his performances, bro. I don't think it matters like for the club. He's won a domestic.
No, I think it does because I think if you swap the
does
two,
matter. That Barca PR is strong.
Yeah.
Kevin knows.
Oh, we telling you now.
From like a PR
we know
yeah,
Barcelona get the picks more times in Ballon d'Or. So do Real Madrid, by the way. That's why people say we go there to win the Ballon d'Or. Players have said that because they know they go there and they're more likely to win a Ballon d'Or. It's called PR. It's called I'm saying they've got the most Ballon d'Or wins in history. Obviously, I mean that's because of Messi and stuff like that. But you get what I'm trying to say. I believe if Yamal played for PSG, I understand it's different leagues. But if Yamal played for PSG and Dembele had won the quad, and he could win the Club World Cup, he could literally win this year. Could win six major honors this year. Right?
Wait, so you're trying to say like if
Dembele would be a shoo-in.
You're saying
it would be a shoo-in.
I actually low-key agree with that, bro. I actually low-key agree with that.
It would be close. I don't understand Yamal's playing in a harder league, but
for PSG, I think like Dembele would have this like wrapped up. I'll be real.
I'm not buying the argument that if you switch their clubs, one would have better PR than the other. If the Ballon d'Or is French and they're trying to prop up a French player, it makes more sense for them that way.
But hasn't it? Okay, wait. But has a PSG player ever won this award? Like, wow,
Messi. That's it. Only Messi. And that wasn't what he did at Messi.
Was that No, wait. Was Messi at PSG? Yeah.
But he won it because of Arsenal, but he won it at PSG.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, George Weah, yeah.
Okay, and George Weah as well. Okay, so like basically, it's only like a handful of players. What, like 2? So Messi.
How many French players have won it? Zidane.
Who else?
Bro. Since I started watching football, the shit got dominated by Messi, Ronaldo,
and Ronaldo, bro. Yes.
Oh well, I mean, Benzema as well, but like
Thierry Henry.
Oh yeah, Benzema's a great show.
Yeah. I mean. I don't feel like it more so matters about the nationality, but I do think that the club. I mean, look, here's what I'm saying, bro. For me, Dembele deserves it. I think if Dembele somehow win it, then the only other person that it can go to is Yamal, right? Aside from those two, there's nobody else that's in this conversation. There's nobody else that I think you can make a legit argument for to win it outside of those two. And even though I think Dembele deserves it, I do hear the argument for LAMINE Yamal because the guy has been phenomenal this season. And even though, like Touchline, you brought up how he didn't score in like 4 months or something for like the league, which is kind of true. Like he usually does go missing in terms of with goals, but in the big matches, bro, LAMINE Yamal is there. Like in all the big games for Barcelona,
I agree. I'm not saying he's not a better player than Dembele, by the way.
Huh?
I'm not saying he's not a better player than Dembele, by the way. I'm just saying he's not had a better year than Dembele.
I agree. But I think that people just dismiss League Un anyways. Like they're like, oh, so like it's a farmers league, it's shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and I mean, look, like, let's be real. Most of us don't watch PSG. Like, unless it's a UCL night, we're not watching.
If it's
PSG.
not a Wednesday, if it's not a Tuesday or Wednesday, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I'm not paying to watch League Un. Just me personally. But what I saw from him in the most important competition in club football, which is the UCL right now, he performed at a very high level throughout the knockout stages. And in the final, even though he didn't score a goal, he had a very good game. I'd say Dembele behind maybe Doué, and I think Vitinha had a good game. Kvaratskhelia had a good game as well. But Dembele was up there as one of their best players. Like, and his off the ball work rate was crazy as well. Like, so for me, he does deserve it. He was phenomenal this season. And Kevin, I get it, bro. I get it. It sucks that you guys paid $135 million for Dembele and that he fulfilled his potential at PSG. I know that hurts, bro.
I have a strong disdain for Dembele because he could never even just score a tap in. And it's fine that he went back to his country and he's thriving. That's all amazing. I just truly believe you got to be the best player on the pitch for your club and country equally. And I wouldn't be surprised if he won the Ballon d'Or this year. But I think it's because LAMINE is also too young. I don't think they're going to give the Ballon d'Or to a 17-year-old. I think it would start too crazy of a conversation.
But you don't think that they would like love to do that though? Like you don't think like
I think
that buffs him up.
If LAMINE wins it as well, that's like a record that would
if,
never get broken, bro. Like
exactly.
17 years old,
yeah,
no one else is gonna break that.
That would do more harm.
If a 25-year-old player in his prime scored 9 league goals, would they get the Ballon d'Or?
Probably not.
Modric got it with 4 league goals, I think.
Well, no, wait, okay, no.
Yeah, but he's a midfielder. Let's not do this.
Yeah,
It's
Modric's a midfielder. We're not doing this.
kind of hard.
Yeah.
One goal or something.
How old was Ronaldo when he won? And I'm not talking about Madrid Ronaldo. I'm talking about
He was
R9.
19. No, Michael Owen was 19. One of them was
Did
19.
Michael Owen win it at 19?
Michael Owen.
Yeah.
One of
How
them
old
did.
was
Michael
R9
Owen
when he
or
won it at Barca?
R9 was
Yeah,
19 or was
18
Michael
or
Owen? One of them.
The youngest Ballon d'Or winner was
R9 was 21.
R9
He was 21 when he won it.
21. Okay. Damn, that's the youngest? Yeah.
Oh, 21. Sorry.
Nobody, if Yamal wins it, because the thing is, I believe Yamal turns 18 in July.
Yeah.
So he'll be 18. Yeah, I don't think like nobody.
Exactly. I think
Not in our lifetime, at least. I can't see that
giving-
being broken.
Nah.
I think
I said it.
giving
That's why I
the
said it, bro.
position-
When if he were to win it, that's a record that's gonna stand for a long time, bro.
And I think that would open up conversations to old heads about like players like Maradona, Pelé. Like my dad specifically, Pelé is God to him. So like I'm sure that if LAMINE gets this Ballon d'Or, a lot of the old heads are gonna listen to LAMINE over Pelé debates. Like it's gonna start a whole other conversation. It's gonna be a cross-generation conversation.
To be fair, not to disrespect what they did back in the 40s and shit.
No,
right?
yeah.
But
I'm
I'm gonna be real. How I view it, I always think that the game has become, what's the word? Like,
Harder.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like the players are more athletic.
evolved.
Right?
That's
Like,
evolved.
yeah, like bro, like it's almost like with basketball, right?
Yeah.
Like when you look at some of like these basketball players who they say are phenomenal back in like the 40s. If you go watch like a black and white highlight trailer,
Jerry West highlights.
bro, shit look mad basic. Like, bro, like Kyrie Irving would have, bro, they would have burned him at the stake.
Bro, they would have ate him for lunch. Bro, they would have ate him for dinner.
That's
bro,
what
if he
I'm
played
saying,
that
bro.
time.
So like,
Yeah.
when I look at football, I'm not saying that Pele was not a phenomenal player back then, but like, I just have prehistoric tax, if that makes sense. For me, I believe that the players of today are better than what they were 70, 80 years ago.
Yeah.
So
I'm not
I
gonna-
believe
Yeah, I
for me,
agree.
you know,
100%.
I'm not gonna
so for
lie.
me,
I think they're worse.
without watching, let's say, like a Pele or watching it, I believe LAMINE Yamal at 17 is better than Pele was at 17. And I think, didn't Pele win like the World Cup at like 15 or some shit?
Yeah.
Like,
Crazy young
because
age,
like
bro.
the
I know
game
that.
has grown so much that these players are so much more advanced. So
Right. Yeah.
you know,
It's just the athletics, bro. Like athletes is like where like compared to like when you like when what you talk about like that prehistoric age is like as like mainly athletically, bro. Like
I mean,
you're not gonna have, bro. Back then, you were not gonna have someone Yamal's age playing over like 40 games a season. No way that was happening, bro. But like nowadays, like that's gonna happen, and like especially when you look at like, I see it especially like with like the Prem as well. Like people talk about like the drinking.
Somebody's
like
mic has like a clicking or like a staticky kind of like sound.
Is it me?
Yeah, I think it's you, Corey.
All right, hold on. Give me.
Hey, me, I muted just to check because I switched laptops.
Yeah, I mean, I just muted.
Yeah. I think it's you, Corey. Yeah, like
I wanted to say something just quickly about.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro, and then we'll move on.
Yeah. Just very quickly.
Mhm.
I actually disagree, to be honest, and the only reason why I disagree is because there's two ways to look at it. Your perspective is not wrong. However, if you are a footballing fan, you would rather look at it in a way in which what brought you joy. I feel like football from then, when there was more freedom and all, gave you more joy to watch. Not like I was born then, but whenever I talk to my dad, uncles, and all, they tell you they had hella joy watching compared to how the joy we have these days watching football.
But
Yeah, well, I feel like the game.
We all had joy.
But you're right. The athletics does play a role. The athletics do play.
Like 10 years ago, I had much joy watching football. There was ballers at every club.
Well, yeah, because 10 years ago, Manchester United were a good team.
Yeah, exactly. We're ballers. Do you know what I'm saying? So everyone, we had ballers everywhere. Every team had ballers. Juventus, Barca, Real Madrid, Bayern, Man United, even when we were shit, had ballers. Do you know what I'm saying? Man City had ballers. Liverpool had Ricky Lambert and all that stuff.
That means you agree with me then.
No, but we're talking about the 70s.
It's not that long for me to say that it's like a different. What I'm saying is, like, I would much rather watch the football of today than watch football from like the 70s or like the 60s. Like, but 10 years ago, like that's still a short time. Like, it's not that long ago. Like that's kind of how I'm talking about it. Like, I'm saying in terms of like the different like eras per se. Like, go ahead, Zare. You saying?
No, I'm saying it's a conversation to be had. That's all. Like, I just keep.
Yeah, I just wanna say I think giving Lamine the Ballon d'Or would open up that Pandora's box of last generation versus this generation, the next generation. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if Dembele got the Ballon d'Or, because I don't think that the world is ready for that conversation. I think they're just ready to do next season and have somebody else be the best player in the world.
Okay.
Dembele season like this again.
What?
Dembele will never have a season like this again. Yamal probably.
Oh yeah, I don't. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if Dembele wins, just because like to not give the Ballon d'Or to a 17-year-old and start up a whole different conversation.
Okay. Now look, fair enough. Chat, let us know what you guys are saying about the Ballon d'Or conversation. Who do you think deserves it? Now, moving on to some transfer news. Manchester United, they are having a very good start to their summer window, right? You've wrapped up the deal for Cunha. You're about to complete the signing of Brian Mbeumo. And now reports are coming out that you're in the race or potentially in the race to sign a Viktor Gyökeres. Touchline, what do you think about this news? Like, do you want this player? And do you think that it's a bit weird that these other big clubs aren't going in for him? Because I do wonder, like, why aren't these other teams looking to sign this guy? Like, why are Arsenal prioritizing Sesko? Why is Chelsea and Liverpool prioritizing Ekitike, right? Like, how come other teams that need strikers are not pursuing this player as a top option? Like, what do you think, bro?
Well, you could say the same thing about Cherki. Why has everyone gone for other targets instead of Cherki?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Maybe Gyökeres has turned around and said he only wants to join Man United. That's what Mbeumo did. Mbeumo said, I only want to join Man United. I don't want to join anyone else. Man United had come calling, and he said to Newcastle, I don't want to join you. I want to join Man United.
Yeah, but
so maybe Gyökeres might have said that. Gyökeres, we don't know that.
Right.
It makes that's the only explanation, because it makes no sense to me how Arsenal will go for Sesko, who's more expensive and worse.
I'll tell you why, bro. It's because Arteta's had this whole fetish. He's wanted this guy from the year
before.
And then I was gonna say we would have went in for him last summer, bro, if it wasn't for him saying he wanted to stay at Leipzig for another.
By the way,
that's
can
the
I tell you
why
something?
we're going for Sesko,
bro. Can I tell you something? If we did not have Harry Kane, we would have gone for him. I'm telling you right now, bro.
That's insane.
Yeah, probably.
If we did not have Harry Kane, we would have been one of those clubs to just take him away. But like, it's because we have Kane, we ain't going for him as well.
But yeah, I don't get it, bro. I don't know why. I do. I mean, I think you have to say, like, with it being Man United, I think you do have to say, like, a piece of, like, this link is with the manager. But even still, bro, like Will, what you said about like all these clubs like not going in from the clubs that like need a striker, like it's just ridiculous. I don't know. Like there was a piece of me thinking like, is there something that like we don't know? But like it's even still like when you look at his goal record, like 50 something goals this year, 40 something the year before, like back to like getting back to 40 plus, like how's that not like regardless of the league, bro? Like I don't know how that's not something you could even be like, let's take a punt on this, especially with him being like the cheaper option. Like that's another reason why like I was frustrated that we're not going for him, because we always used to go for like the cheap deals, and like now we're going for someone that is more expensive. Like when my club used to like act around and like piss me off, bro. Like it was because we were going for the cheaper ones and not the bigger players that cost more money. Now we're doing the opposite, bro. We're getting the worst player that costs more money when there's a better one for cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So again, touchline. Do you think that this makes Manchester United massive?
We are massive, though, aren't we? Let's be real. Come on, man. We're massive. We're just massive. We're the biggest club in England by an absolute country mile. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't wait for the tears, by the way, because I've already got it. I've already got it in my chat. I've already got people in my chat going, "Oh, he's overrated. Farmers League." I can't wait for the meltdown when he signs, and they sit there and pretend this guy's the most sought after striker in world football.
I agree, Rabona. I have to think, what the hell is wrong with this guy if he picks Manchester United? Because unlike Mbeumo and unlike Cunha, I would like to believe that a guy that has done what he has in Portugal would have more options than what they might have, right? Because again, I feel like he should be the first choice for a lot of these teams that do need a striker. So why would you choose Manchester United? They have no UCL. Their manager's future isn't certain. And I know that Amorim was his manager at Sporting, and that may play a very big role. But there's a possibility. Touchline, can you tell me if Amorim's going to be here in December? No, you can't. Because the guy should have got
sacked. Yeah, I can. I don't think he gets sacked.
Oh, wait.
I'm not gonna I don't think it's a guarantee.
I think we'll be in the top 6 by December. I can't see him getting, especially with these three. Get a midfielder. Emi Martinez is apparently... I don't think we'll get Emi Martinez because I don't know why Emi Martinez would come. With Gyökeres and that, I can get it because they've still got 5, 6, 7 years to play, whereas Emi Martinez is 32, 33 now. So
but he's a goalkeeper though. Like goalkeepers can play until they're like 40.
Like around like the mid-30s, like when goalkeepers.
Yeah, I do understand that, but you know what I'm saying. He's still, you don't know how long he's got at the top. Whereas these you can gather. Like look at Gyökeres, bro. He's fucking ripped. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think.
He definitely
Martinez could have one good year.
So Rabona has a question. So she says the biggest club in England. Did you switch to Liverpool?
They are.
Well, if you know anything about Liverpool, you know most Scousers claim they're Scouse, not English, so they can't pick and choose when they're English.
What's the difference?
Oh, God.
They think they're not English. They say we're not English, we're Scouse. So now all of a sudden they're apparently the most successful club in England. Yeah, they want to pretend they're English all of a sudden.
Yeah. I mean, like Kevin, bro, like what are you saying? Because Barcelona, in my opinion, need a striker. I think Lewandowski is washed, okay? And I think that you guys should be starting to look at somebody else to bring in. And I feel like with the price tag that he has, maybe he'd be a good option for Barca to maybe bring in instead of looking for like a winger so much. But I mean, do you think him going to Manchester United would make sense?
I like Gyökeres. I think he's
big ups there.
I think he's a great striker. I just don't like his fit at Sporting. I think after Ruben left, he was in kind of a wishy-washy situation. He had like, what was it, 12, 13 penalties this season. I think that his type of striker works under Ruben Amorim. I don't think he would work well under Hansi Flick. I think for Barca's problems, we need maybe like a nice, fast guy that's not too bulky like Gyökeres. Maybe he moves a little too slow. He's got all this muscle on him. Maybe like an Adama Traore type of person.
Can I ask you a question?
What's up, mate?
Do you not think that he would absolutely bully the Spanish defenders? Like how weak the Spanish defenders are. Do you not think he would absolutely destroy them? Look at the size of him.
I don't think so. Where does narrative come from?
Bro, I saw Højlund against Sociedad and Bilbao. He bullied both their centre backs.
Højlund bullied their centre backs. Bullied.
Yes, he bullied their centre. They could have bodied him off the ball. They couldn't knock him off balance.
Nah, if you're getting bullied by Rasmus Højlund, bro, as a defender, you got really
do too much.
He won a penalty, by the way, in one of the games. I'm sure he did. He won a penalty, no?
Yes. But that's because the defender fouled him. But it was because he was getting bullied. I mean, I don't really know about that.
He won a penalty in 2 of those games. You're
talking about the Bilbao game. I think that.
No, and Sociedad he won a penalty as well.
In the first leg against Bilbao.
Yeah, and Sociedad as well. He won a penalty against them.
I don't think Gyökeres is the type of player that can really play bully ball as a striker. I don't see him as that type of player. I think he'll do fine under Ruben Amorim, but I think that's the only situation that'll work out for him. I couldn't see him at any other club, and that's not to say he's not a good player. I just don't think he's a good fit anywhere else.
I think he'd be a fucking idiot to go to Manchester United. I'ma just be real, bro. Like Manchester United right now. It's not being a hater. It's just proof of concept, bro.
Why would you go?
Bro, we still are currently in the past 3 seasons the joint second most successful club in England.
No. I'm not.
But look at your situation right now, bro.
But touchline.
Yeah, and he's when he comes in, and we get a goalkeeper and a midfielder, we're back to top 4.
A goalkeeper.
How many years do we have to hear about if this, if that, when that? We hear about
who says that? Who says that? We're not Arsenal, bro. We don't ever say if, but I'm saying when. I'm saying when we get a centre midfielder, when we get a centre midfielder and a goalkeeper, we are straight back in the top 4.
Fuck no.
I don't think
that's not like a guaranteed touchline. That's not a guarantee.
Monday, bro. And you were talking about top 6.
Yeah, I didn't expect us to go and get Gyökeres.
Oh God, bro. So what you're saying? If you get Gyökeres, that's gonna boost you into getting top 4.
Well, he's a 20-goal season striker. And I said a centre mid and a goalkeeper. So if you get me, if you get me him and a goalkeeper and a centre mid. A proper centre mid, a strong centre mid. I'm telling you now, we have a top 4 squad. There's you can't name me 4 better squads in England. You can't name me 4 better squads.
Wait. I think I can. But for the original point, though, you know that not all those signings are going to be a success. Like that's not how football works. Somebody's going to.
It's all on paper, bro.
Like when has a team ever had a transfer window where every single signing worked out perfectly? Like the odds are, if you sign 6 players, 2 or 3 of them aren't going to be as good as what we would have thought, right? Yeah. So, like, you're kind of going based off of if everything goes perfectly. But you have to admit, touchline.
No, I'm saying we would have a 4th best squad on paper. Yeah, we would.
Manchester United are awful. And the thing is, we've seen enough talent go there and absolutely die. Like, let's not act like Manchester United have brought in these ballers. And again, like technical players at Manchester United, they go there and they died, right? So I'm worried about Acuna, right? How's he going to be viewed at Manchester United? Like, look at how Kobe Mainoo could barely even get a game to start nowadays. Look at Jadon Sancho. Look at Angel Di Maria. Look at how Paul Pogba was treated. Like, all these players.
Okay, look at Bruno. Look at Rashford. Look at players that have succeeded.
Yeah, shit players thrive.
Rashford's got to go on loan, bro.
Rashford, like, man, I always viewed Rashford as, like, inconsistent, bro. Like, 1 good season, 1 bad season.
All right, but he's still got over 100 goals, and he's in our top 12 goal scorers of all time. So if you lot think he's shit, and he's done that for Manchester United, that clearly means that we got a lot out of him, didn't we?
Who?
Rashford.
I mean, but how long has Rashford been there? What, like 10 years?
2015, bro.
Yeah, Rashford. Yeah, so okay, 10 years he scored 100 goals. So he's averaging fucking like 11 goals a season. Congratulations. That's just longevity.
No, he scored like 130. He wants to score like 130 goals. 130 goals.
He scored 130 goals in what? In all comps? Over 10 years?
Yeah, in history. Bro, he's got 40. He got 40 GA twice. He got 40 GA twice, bro.
But that's just like a longevity thing.
124 goals in 369 appearances.
138 goals in 426 games, all comps.
There we go.
The guy said Rashford don't even have 100 Premier League goals.
He does have 100 Premier League goals. I don't think Rashford's good. I'm not saying Rashford's good. I'm saying Rashford himself.
You just said, look at Rashford.
No, as Rashford shit, but he's saying every player's come to Man United and failed. Bearing in mind, by the way,
no, I've said a lot of talent has come and failed.
Yeah, well, it's different now. Anyways, it's different.
Why is it different now? What's the difference?
We've got new ownership. They know what they're doing. Is these ones? They're not just buying players off the fact for global and marketing reasons. We're buying players for footballing reasons. All these players fit Man United and make us better. Are we lying here?
No, I do agree. I think
Every single one of them makes sense.
Well, okay, but remember, Touchline. I started off by saying I said that you guys have had a very good start to your window. Yeah, no. And I know that I trolled you about, like how hyped you were about Mbeumo, but I understand that it's a good deal. Like getting him from Brentford, he's a player that was at a smaller club. He's proven himself, and he deserves to go to a bigger club. I think that you guys are going to do good business with those two transfers. But at the same time, I'm just saying, if you're Viktor Gyökeres, I would rather stay at Sporting than join Manchester United. Because if I was him, I would have to believe that a team that's more competitive, right? A team that's going to give me a chance to win a league title, that's going to give me a chance to maybe make a Champions League run, you would have to believe that they would come in for you.
Right.
Like, there's no way that you just say, and then plus, it's not even like this is the United of old where they'll give you a crazy wage, right? Because if this was like the Glazers who are running the sports side of things, then he might have got like $350K a week. Well, I'd say, you know what? Fair enough. Because I don't blame any player that goes after the money, by the way. It's their job. Like they should make as much money as possible. Yeah. But he'll probably go to United right now and maybe get what, like 180, 200? So I feel like you can go to a better club and still get that same kind of wage. It wouldn't be a money.
We'll have to wait and see, won't we? We'll have to wait and see.
I mean, it's true. It's true.
Okay, so see. I think every signing we've made so far, I wanted Cunha. I wanted him for a year. I think every signing we've made right now makes perfect sense.
Okay.
We haven't made one signing this summer that does not make perfect sense.
Okay. So if you bring in Viktor alongside with Cunha and Brian and Mbeumo, you are expecting top four.
No, a goalkeeper and a centre midfielder and a nice straight top for you. And a trophy.
I have to get a goalkeeper this season.
Because I can't deal with another I can't deal with another year of Onana in goal. I can't do it.
You cannot do another year of Onana, bro.
That we won't get top four of him because he'll just end up doing something stupid when we don't need. To be fair, Chelsea got top four with Roberto Sanchez, so you could probably get it, but yeah. Touchline, how does it feel to be 15th?
Touchline, how does it feel to be 15th?
Damn.
I'm not 15th anymore. The season's over.
Nah, you know what? He's right. This guy. You know what? Just because I'm so petty, let me see where Manchester United are currently with it. Just no game.
Where we would be 12th or 13th.
Top of the. I'm sorry.
All right, fine.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Bournemouth are first. The AFC Bournemouth.
Hey, look. Well, if there was a Bournemouth fan, I would ask him how does it feel to be number one right now. You know what I'm saying? So. Nah, it's all good. But big up everybody that's watching. Guys, make sure you smash that like button, right? Make sure to also subscribe to Touchline. Subscribe to Corey as well. Their titles are in my description. It's also on screen the entire time. Kevin, are you on YouTube yet?
Not yet, but I definitely want to start making some content on YouTube for sure. Definitely this summer, I'm going to have more time.
Yeah, bro. Like, we need some more Barcelona wafflers. Come on, man.
It's a lot of fun. I always enjoy
Jonas and Omar weren't enough.
Yeah, bro. Come on, man. Like Kevin's clear. No. But follow Kevin on Twitter, right? Like that's your Twitter at, right?
Yeah. That's my Twitter. I just tweet out Barca stuff, just talking shit or whatever.
So you're one of these guys that are just pushing the Barca. Let me ask you a question, Kevin, real quick, before we move on to Ange Postecoglou because he got sacked. Do you rate Gavi?
I like Gavi. I don't think he should.
Nah, what is this, bro? You can't be rating Gavi, Kevin. Nah, come on, bro. This guy Gavi is shit, Kevin. Stop it.
I like Gavi. I think he's great. He's like a little. He reminds me of like an angry Chihuahua. You know what I mean?
Yes, bro. He's just there to foul players.
He's like a little dog. But like once we're up, and you could just sub him in and just
have
some people, have him fucking get in someone's head. He's a good rage baiter for sure.
Bro says he's a good rage baiter. Nah, I get it though. When you like the
bro, every single time I see Gavi, it's never any football highlights. It's just like, bro, this guy is so shit. He's
reflecting. He's a bit like Jude Bellingham though as well. Jude Bellingham just got pictures of reflecting his jawline.
Like I told my chat yesterday when we were doing the Nations League watch, I'm like, yo, bro, look at Gavi. The guy is the number 6 at Barca fucking Lona, right? One of the biggest clubs on the planet. He's in the Spanish national team wearing the number 9. The guy is dating the Princess of Spain, the literal Princess of Spain. He's playing life with cheat codes on. Because how is a guy that's so shit winning like this? What is this, bro?
Endless aura. That's all it is, bro.
Hey, look, man. If Gavi can accomplish all of that, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do whatever your dreams are, because nah, man, this shit is not fair, bro. It's absolutely not fair. But nah, look, guys, let's keep it moving. I do want to talk about Ange Postecoglou because he's been sacked from Tottenham. And for me, I'm not surprised that this has happened, but if I was him, because remember, reports came out like last week that Tottenham were trying to decide his future. If I was Ange Postecoglou, I would have quit. I wouldn't have let them fire me, bro. Like, there's no way that I just won you your first trophy in 17 years and then you sack me. Corey, how does it feel that Tottenham are showing you what standards are? Imagine this,
This
bro.
fucking guy, bro. Nah, this is a whole thing. This is what I'll say about and this is what I'll say about Ange Postecoglou, yeah? This is what I'll say, bro. Literally, I feel like Spurs sacking a manager straight after breaking your 17-year trophy duck is the most Spursy thing like you could do. Cause like if you told Spurs fans you're gonna, when you win a trophy and you win a European one as well, that you're gonna sack the guy straight after, they would have told you, like, are you crazy? They'd be like, why would we do that? But I think this just shows, because I feel like a lot of people, I'm not even one of them that's like huge on league position, but like all the people that say, oh, league position don't matter, like as long as you win something, I feel like this, like, I know it's like Spurs as well, but like I feel like this definitely shows that like it does matter, like to a degree, because like with us, bro, like the late year of Wenger, we were picking up FA Cups and like finishing 5th and 6th, and he got sacked just for that. So like when you're down all the way there in 17th, bro, literally the worst of the rest of the Premier League, but like you win a Europa League, it's just like, it's almost just like a bigger bandage on top of the cracks, bro. That's the way I see it with Ange.
Yeah, I think they were just a couple minutes away of having one of their worst seasons in recent history in Tottenham. I thought this sacking it should have came earlier, but I think winning a trophy, it secured his job for like one more week. They gave him 1 week to celebrate.
And they really did. They just gave him the time to do the party, bro. And
just do the parade, and then they gave him a box to go empty out his office. That was it. This season wasn't worth him staying longer at Tottenham.
Yeah, and if you ask like anyone like in general, bro, if you told them it like the way the season was going, like Ange shouldn't have even made it to the Europa League final. Like that's why I agree with what Kevin said. Like he should have been sacked way before. He shouldn't have even got the chance to. But I mean, even like with like, I would have thought, that's why I thought he would have like stayed, because like if you're gonna give him all this time to finish 17th, bro, like just to sack him at the end of the season, it is low-key kind of like diabolical. But like you would have thought like, oh, if he were to win this, since they were backing him that much, like you would have thought like he would have stayed for the season after, especially like winning it for Spurs of all clubs, like because like we know out of all like the big clubs, even though I don't think Spurs are like a big club, like, but like marketing wise and all that shit, when you literally look at it, like if any club needed to like win a trophy out of all of them, it was Spurs.
Nah, I mean, like, so okay, because I'm trying to, on one hand, I don't think that they should have sacked him. On the other hand, I agree that they should have sacked him. I think him winning the Europa League is phenomenal. But the issue is you cannot finish that low on the table. And I don't think that Ange's style of play is sustainable. So it's like Tottenham would have struggled again next season. Like, again, I always make the joke that, for example, like Hansi Flick is a spicy Ange Postecoglou, right? You know how Barcelona played, Kevin. High line, right? You know, like you're pressing, you're trying to win the ball back early as possible. I feel like that works when you have one of the best teams, right? When you're at Tottenham, you don't have one of the best teams, and you're going against better managers with better squads, and you have to be able to make in-game adjustments. And that's just something that Ange Postecoglou does not know how to do, in my opinion, at a high level. When he's at Celtic, it works because Celtic are the best team in Scotland, right? I feel like Ange Postecoglou would be perfect at like a Bayern, at a PSG, right? Where you can dominate the domestic league because you just have that much more talent that it doesn't matter what you do. Nobody can stop you. But when you're in the Premier League and when you're at Tottenham, you do need to be a bit more adaptable. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do. I mean, like, what are you guys saying for who they should be bringing in next, Touchline? Like, I see links with the Brentford manager, Thomas Frank. I'm seeing links with Xavi, the ex-Barca player / manager. I mean, like, who do you think Tottenham should be going for? I feel like you have to bring in somebody that's a proven winner, because now that you've won a trophy, you have to keep that mentality in the squad, right?
Yeah, but what proven winner wants to go there?
I mean, but like, why wouldn't you want to go to Tottenham?
17th in the league.
So you've just sat there and told me for the past 20, whatever, about 10 minutes about why are players joining Man United, yet you think, why wouldn't you want to go to Tottenham?
No, I'm saying, okay, so if you look at Tottenham right now, okay, yes, they just finished 17th, but they just won the Europa League, right? They're now in the UCL. They actually have a decent squad, right? Like, if you look at the talent that Tottenham have, you got like Cuti Romero, you also have Mickey Van de Ven, you have Udogie, you also have like their midfield, you got like James Maddison, you have guys like Basuma, you got like Kuleveski. They have talent in their team. The issue is, I just don't think that Ange was able to use it, right? You got like, again, like Pedro Porro. They have a talented squad. You just got to.
They've had loads of talent, but they had Harry Kane and Son. They had Dele Alli, they had Dembele, and they never won anything.
And they didn't win.
But
now they've won. No, yeah, but now they've won.
Fair boost. I mean, good luck to them. But this summer they've already gone in for. I know they went in for Sane. Sane turned them down. They went in for Mbeumo. Mbeumo turned them down. I'm not sure about Cunha, to be honest with you. They went in for Angel Gomez. He's now gone to Marseille. He turned them down. So they're going in for players, and the players don't want to join them.
But let's also act like Tottenham. They also have good facilities, right? They have the best stadium in England. They have a lot of money to offer, right? Like managers.
It's a good stadium and a shithole though. Like, if you ever been to Tottenham, it's a terrible area.
I mean, but the manager don't gotta fucking live in the houses next to it. You just gotta go there to manage.
Yeah, I agree, but I mean, the manager's probably wanting funds and promised players, and if he can't get players at Spurs, then why would he go? I mean, I do think they've got some talent in the squad, but no, like for me,
okay, wait.
I mean, they'll get a manager, but they won't get a proven winner. They'll get Thomas Frank maybe. But he'll get drowned. He'll get drowned.
So, like right now, okay, if you're a player, why would you join Tottenham right now? Like, you don't know who the fuck their manager is going to be, right? So I feel like it's going to be hard for them to attract players. But if you go bring in a guy like Xavi, right? Now, Xavi's last season at Barca was shit, but his first season, Barcelona were phenomenal. They had the best defense, I think, in Europe, right? Like, you couldn't fucking score against them. They won the Spanish Super Cup. They won La Liga, and he's a manager that was a legendary player as well. If you bring in a guy like him, you don't think that players would want to play for that manager?
Yeah, but why would he want to go there?
Yeah,
well, I mean, what other options does he have right
I feel like money is the only way.
But it's same with Zidane. Zidane's got a job right now, but he wouldn't want to go there because he just.
But that's different because Zidane is a legendary manager. Like, Zidane knows that if he joins any other club, his legacy is on the line. Because what he did at Real Madrid cannot go on. Like he can't match that again. So the only job that Zidane wants is the France job. Because if he goes to a Tottenham and if he loses and stuff, then his aura is gone. Xavi still hasn't proven himself as much as Zidane has, but he is a big name manager that can help you attract players.
But wouldn't Zidane want a project like Tottenham in order to
boost? Fuck no. Zidane would want like a
Bayern.
He'd want like a PSG. Like, Zidane wants a team that he can immediately walk into and start winning. Zidane's not trying, like, Zidane is not a rebuild manager, right? Like, Zidane is a win now manager. I feel like Xavi, he's used to. Okay, right. So before Xavi was at Barca, wasn't he coaching in like fucking Qatar or some shit? So
I think it's like Japan, yeah,
like some country over there, right? And then at Barca, he did work with a lot of younger players, right? And you could say that, you could say like, again, like Barca are weird because like they do integrate so much youth, and you could kind of classify it as like a rebuild, but then they still do find ways to win. I feel like Xavi would be more open to a rebuild at Tottenham than a manager like Zidane.
I think I'm thinking of it in terms of like what you said earlier, like that trophy winning mentality. I think maybe bring in a Zidane, but if you want a full rebuild, you could bring in a Xavi. The awkward thing about Tottenham is they finished so low, but they actually won a trophy, so there's some standard, but they got very lucky in winning that trophy. So is there still really a trophy winning standard, or is it just don't finish that low again?
Okay, but then if you don't bring in the right manager, then there is no trophy winning standard. Like, you can't go get Thomas Frank, bro. Like Thomas Frank is doing a good job at Brentford, but you just
I think from a
qualified
rebuild
for
perspective,
the
getting
like
Thomas
Thomas Frank
thing,
to me would be the signing that you make if you didn't win that Europa League final. Like that's the manager you go. But now that you have Champions League, you got to bring in a bigger name manager that has some kind of trophies to his CV if you want to keep
Well,
that.
they shouldn't be in the Champions League. Like, they should be because they won it, but like, they're not a Champions League football club.
It's kind of like Palace. Like Palace win the FA Cup. Like their team doesn't deserve to be in Europe. Like when you look at it, like Spurs is almost the same way.
Exactly. Palace on a, you know what I'm saying? Like you could say go and try and get Gladman from Palace if you want.
For it. Fair and square, they qualified. Of course.
Yeah, but I'm saying they did. But I'm saying they're not a Champions League football club. They've never won it. They've never won the Champions League. Do you get what I'm saying? They're not going to be in the Champions League the season after this because they're not going to get top 5. They're not. Let's just have it right. They're not, and they're not going to win the Champions League. So they're not a Champions League club. Do you get what I'm saying? The only reason we think they're a Champions League club is because Pochettino had them in the top 4 for a few seasons. That was literally it. Do you know what I'm saying? Realistically, they're not really a Champions League club. They used to literally celebrate getting top 4 like a trophy when they were before Pochettino. So at the end of the day, listen, Tottenham, for me, I don't care who they get, well, I'll be honest. Palace are better than Man United. Okay, buddy, I don't really give a fuck, mate. At the end of the day, you just have to sit there and say, we beat them in 2 FA Cup finals and ruined their lives. So who gives a fuck?
No, I'm not saying that Thomas Frank isn't a good manager, but
I think Thomas Frank would be very good from like the rebuild perspective, bro. Because like, look at what he's done at Brentford. He's been there like for time. Like he's been down there for a long time. He's built him all the way up, like all the way up into the Prem. He's got him like comfortably, like I know, but for Brentford, bro, getting all the way up to like mid-table, being there like for consistent seasons, like that's very good for like a club of their size and their level. And like he's been loyal to them as well. He's made like look at what he did with Tony and Buemu, like we were talking about earlier, Wissa. He's got Norgard as well. Like he's gotten very good improvement out of like the players he had there. So like I feel like if he goes to Spurs, like I feel like he could only like do more with it.
Is it true that he's taking the Italy job? Zorio, I don't believe you. There's no way that he would already be getting a new job.
No way.
I think he's always
on the move to hire Ange like that, bro.
He's always going to have a job in his back pocket because of this trophy that he won. It's very impressive.
He'll definitely like whenever he does go back into management, maybe like say like were to like take a break, like he will definitely like people will definitely take a look at him just because of like him breaking Spurs and trophy dog, like 100%.
Facts.
I don't think he'll get like another big club though. In terms of
like, not a Man United fan saying that Champions League level. My club have literally won the Champions League in your ground, mate. Hold that.
Wait, what happened?
Some Barca vibes. Man, not a Man U fan saying a team isn't Champions League level. I've won the Champions League in your ground, mate. I've won the treble, bruv. Stop trying to rage bait me. I understand what Will means, bruv, when he says Barca fans have got some mental illness. Honestly, they're just, it must be, how can you be that thick?
Kevin, you've been allowed to talk about your fan base like
I was in the Champions League. I was in the Champions League 2 years ago, brother. Do you get what I'm saying? I played you in a Champions League quarter-final. Literally, 6 years ago? Bring out the history book.
And what happened?
Listen, we can talk about your history, mate, and we were talking about corruption, mate, and getting the courts out. So allow it.
Oh my days!
I missed all of that. What happened?
I don't know. He's arguing with some Barca fan.
He's arguing with some guy in the chat, bro.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Wait, hold on. You know what I'm actually curious about? Before we move on to like the last thing, you know what I'm actually curious about? Who's the bigger club between Manchester United and Barca? Because I've had this debate.
Their whole thing is built off corruption, so it's us. Yeah, if it wasn't for steroids, HGH drugs,
and how triggered
referees.
See how triggered.
Hold on.
Nah, Kevin. Every time you ask him a question about who's the bigger club, bro, when it involves Man United, touchline.
How many Champions Leagues did Barca win before 2001? Oh wait,
before 2001, I have no idea.
You won one in your entire history. So before you got the little midget on steroids, who would have been part of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
That little midget on steroids got a header against you in 2009. You let a 5'6" guy get a header on you.
And he was on steroids, brother. He was a dwarf. It's not natural.
Trophy to get a Champions League trophy. You let a 5'7" guy dunk on who was it? Van der Sar? His old ass, you got Messi to.
What did he do, brother? What did he do? There'll be a book about it in 30 years' time about how he was on fucking drugs and now Barcelona's corruption.
30 years' time about how your club hasn't
won. No, I'm saying, bro. You shouldn't even have been in that final because you robbed fucking Chelsea in the semi. cares? You robbed Chelsea in the semi-final, so you shouldn't have been in the final. And then in 2011, you robbed Real Madrid. Pepe got sent off for kicking the ball. He kicked the air. He literally kicked the air and got sent off.
That shit is ass, bro. The whole club, the stadium, all ass.
Have you seen your stadium? You don't have a stadium.
His brother just had a seizure, bro. I was just there. I was just there in
I've
December.
got a piece of your stadium. I have a piece.
I was just there in December, bro.
I own your club.
I was just there in December.
What is that? What is that touchline? What is that? Let me see.
He's a secret Barca fan, bro. That's what he got. He's a secret
Why do you have that? Why do you have that, bro?
Secret Barca
fan. I went to that shithole stadium. You know the week.
Turn the camera. Show your whole Barca shrine, bro. Turn the camera.
He really got the Barca shrine.
It's a whole Barca shrine, bro. If you turn the camera, it's just straight Barca, bro. I promise you.
I do think that Barca are a bigger club than United.
We could sell grass from our stadium, and everyone's gonna buy that shit, bro. Cristiano Ronaldo.
You've been selling grass. You probably sell Messi's bathwater.
Ronaldo had to do an interview with Piers Morgan about how that training facility is ass, bro.
Did Messi not do? Did Messi not do it? Did Messi not do an interview on how corrupt your owners were? Your president was. Did Messi not do an interview on how corrupt your owner was? Did Messi not do an interview calling out your president? Yes, he did. He did an interview calling out your president.
Put up.
Did he not do an interview calling out Bartomo? Yes, he did. Yes,
I don't remember.
I got him.
He's a feisty one. He's really you in touchline.
He's a feisty one.
He threw the bait. He's got it. He's
chat. We have to know. Like, who do you guys think is bigger? Because I've had this debate in like other group chats. I've never asked it on stream, and like now it's come to because, like, okay, I think Manchester United are a massive club. Barcelona are a massive club. But I would give Barca the advantage. I feel like I think Barca are more marketable. I think Barcelona are, but the thing is though, but Manchester United are also synonymous with like legendary players.
I don't know about the marketing one, bro. Because
bro, Barcelona.
Oh, hold on. Listen, that 5 most valuable clubs in the world: Real Madrid number 1, 5.9 billion; Man United number 2, 5.8 billion; Barcelona number 3, 4.9 billion.
How do you
they have a bigger stadium than us as well, by the way. They've got a much bigger stadium. They've got the biggest stadium in Europe.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily think that more valuable makes you bigger per se, because you have to remember.
No,
right?
but you said marketable. You said marketable. That's what it is, marketable. We're more marketable.
Well, yes.
And we're in debt as well.
Like Manchester United are more marketable in the biggest market in the world, which is the USA, because of the English language, right? Yeah. Whereas like Barca are more marketable in like South America and in the rest of Europe. But like the USA, bro, like we kind of like trump everything. Like so. Because of the English speaking, I feel like it's like it's English language tax. I think like you kind of have to agree with that touchline.
What's the English language tax? I don't know. I think when you come to like the marketing thing is like very like narrow. It's a very narrow argument, bro. Like I think it could like either go like either way. I don't know. I think from a marketing perspective, I think you could easily say maybe not easily, but I think you could say like Man United are bigger like from a marketing perspective, like around the whole world, like as a whole, like. Because, like, bro, they got the big.
And our success isn't corrupt.
England, and then even, like, the Asian market, too, bro. That's awesome.
Now, look, fair enough. Now, I was just curious to see, like, what you guys were going to say. But last thing that I want to talk about, right? So, we know that Man City are about to sign Ryan Cherki. They've already completed the deals for Tijani Rangers. They've also brought in Ryan Aït-Nouri. And now Cherki's going to be the latest one that gets brought in, right? Now, this guy Cherki's a fucking baller. I think that we can all sit here and agree, right? Like, the guy is cold. Now, the question that I have, right, is not more so about, like, how do you guys feel about the player, but do you think that Man City signing Cherki is better business than Liverpool signing Florian Wirtz?
100% better business. 100%, bro.
Yeah, 100%. First of all, though, I'd like to. I see how he's got a Man City kit behind him. You know what I mean? So you support both the corrupt clubs, then you support both the cheaters. Do you get what I'm saying? Cheaters supporting cheaters. I get it.
Winner, you crying, gang.
Listen, my club's got 4 Ballon d'Or winners, and we didn't rob anyone to get it. So hold that.
And they all suck, man.
Yeah, one of them owns your football club, mate. He's got 20 plus goals against it. Beat him in 4 out of 5 finals, so hold that.
A 5'7" man put a header up against your greatest goalie.
Yeah, he's also on drugs and steroids, mate. There'll be a book about him in 30 years about how corrupt he is.
There's going to be a book in like a year about how your club hasn't won anything, bro.
My club's won a lot of major honours, fella. I don't know what you're on about.
What was it? The Community Shield last year? Community Shield? That's what you're flexing?
Did we win the Community Shield or did we win the FA Cup?
Whatever it was, they might as well be the same thing. I'm not
the FA Cup, the biggest domestic trophy in the history of sport.
It's the most useless, glorified friendly I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie to you.
The FA Cup's a glorified friendly now.
Glorified friendly, yeah.
Well, you see,
but the Nations League, the Nations League is a great trophy, though. The Nations League is a Ballon d'Or worthy trophy.
But
the FA Cup's a
friendly. What's it called? FA Cup year number 1, man. I got to back it up for my.
But anyways, yeah, this is a great signing.
But
it's a bad decision from him. I don't get why.
Why is it a bad decision for Cherki to end up at Man City? I think he's gonna fucking cook.
Him and Rodri?
Just gonna be disgusting seeing a baller under Pep like that, just getting destroyed.
That's the
where's his narrative come from?
That's like the only thing I would say, bro. Because look at Greece.
He turned every footballer into robotic. Like, look at Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva was not as good as Cherki, obviously, but Mahrez.
Hold on, wait a minute. But until this season, Bernardo Silva was Bernardo Silva was one of the best players in the world. He was phenomenal.
But he was also the guy that had to do all the fucking running around. He was another one on drugs, by the way. That's why he's lost his hair. What's it called? He was also running around doing the dirty work for the team and stuff like that. Whereas,
yeah, but was Bernardo Silva not considered a baller before this season? Yes or no?
Yeah, last season he has a couple shifts.
Look at Grealish. There you go. Thank you.
Oh, but that's what I was saying.
Okay. No, look. So Grealish, I agree.
At Villa, bro. Pep
Foden
completely.
Bro, Foden was just one PFA player of the fucking year.
We're not doing Foden shit,
bro.
Yeah,
we've all got eyes here. We can see the talent,
bro. Nah, I knew we seen.
I'm not saying
the rest of Man City, bro. That season when he did PFA Player of the Year, that's an anomaly. I'm telling you. Look at him. He's back to where he belongs. Back on
but what I'm saying is, like this narrative that Pep gets ballers and then turns them into mid players is not true. Yeah, it's not true, bro. Yes, Pep does have a system that is sometimes boring and robotic and possession based, give and go kind of. But come on now, bro. Phil Foden has thrived underneath Pep. Kevin De Bruyne has thrived underneath Pep. Bernardo Silva has thrived underneath Pep. Riyad Mahrez thrived underneath Pep. Sergio Aguero thrived underneath Pep. Raheem Sterling thrived underneath Pep. Leroy Sané.
You're naming robotic players.
Hold on, wait. Leroy Sané was not a robotic player. Leroy Sané thrived under Pep.
But Leroy Sané wasn't Cherki. Cherki was a pure footballer. Like Cherki was like Neymar. That's why Neymar couldn't work under Pep at Man City.
Yeah, I think that's what Neymar didn't want to. When you say players like players like Mahrez, I'll agree with you, bro. But like Sterling, bro, Sterling's like nothing. Sterling's like no like pure footballer, bro.
Exactly. Sterling's a fucking running behind merchant.
No, look, but point is, he thrived at Man City's. Raheem Sterling was considered a wonder kid, right? Let's not act like this guy was just some shit footballer that nobody was rating back then.
No,
right?
He wasn't like, shit, but he wasn't like a pure like baller. Like, oh my god, this kid is sick. Like, people were not, bro. Cherki at his age, bro, is a way better baller than Sterling was when he was his age, bro.
No, for sure. And the thing is, right? I get so I see people in the chat saying that Mahrez was better at yes, because at Leicester you have more freedom. Because there's no expectations at Leicester. Them winning the Premier League was a fucking anomaly, okay? Leicester winning the Premier League is like me winning the fucking lottery. It's not going to happen again. Like, the odds of it happening are very slim. That was something that you will only experience once in your lifetime. We will never get a Leicester City story again in our lifetime. I would put money on that. The next time some shit like that happens, everybody on this panel would be dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's such an anomaly,
bro.
It's such an anomaly, bro. But what I'm saying is that Pep has been okay. When I look at a player like Cherki, right? I think Cherki would be perfect for breaking down the low blocks that City are gonna go against 9 out of 10 times, bro. A player like this can beat you in so many different ways, and I do think that it's better business than bringing in Florian Wirtz because for the price of one Florian Wirtz, City have gotten Cherki, Reinders, and also Ryan Aït-Nouri. And I think he's going to thrive at Man City. And no, Savio is not dying. Savio had a very good start to the season, and then he fell off, right? I mean, Savio still has to adapt. He's 20 years old, right? Like, the odds of him coming from Girona and then going into that Man City side is immediately still playing at a high level. But Savio was good. What are we talking about?
No, Savio's good, but like second half of the season, like he was definitely like not as good as he was like the first half, bro.
Yeah, I
And
think
like,
he.
but like
Yeah,
some people,
he cut
some people
Calafiori.
will look at that. Some people will look at that and be like, oh, like that was when he wasn't like as used to the system. And people say like as the season's going on, he's been like more like pushed into the system, and now people will say like he's like slowly like not dying, but like you don't see like as much freedom with him as well. One player I will say with Man City, like I don't rate him at all, but like Doku, I feel like he's got like freedom galore, bro, but he's just trash.
Yeah, I was say like Doku is hot ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, every time he pick up the ball, like always see him trying to take someone on, and like obviously he doesn't do it because he's shit. But like I don't see like imagine you give like Savio that kind of freedom to take someone on every time. Like imagine what he would do out on the wing, bro. Like he'll cook way more.
Yeah, but to be just say I said before City even were about to sign him. I said Cherki's better than Wirtz. He's a better player than him. I think he's a better footballer than him. I think he's more talented. So I do think this is a much better deal.
Wait, wait. So you think Cherki is just a better player than Florian Wirtz?
Yeah, I think he's about footballing. I think he's more talented than Wirtz. Wirtz has done more in his career so far.
Okay.
But
yeah,
talent-wise, Cherki's a better footballer.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. See, like what I don't get is like the difference in price, right? Like I don't think that Florian Wirtz is 100 million pounds more than a Cherki. Like, how come he's going for so cheap? I've heard about him having like attitude problems and stuff like that. But
I think it's also because of the league that he's
coming. Like someone like I swear I see something about like Leon like having like some financial problems and like that was like
yeah. And they had a gentleman's agreement, innit?
Oh, they had that too. Then yeah, fair enough. Then like
yeah. So, but also because Leverkusen aren't just being scammers and trying to scam someone for 150 million for Wirtz. Because they know they can.
Well, I mean, yeah, why wouldn't they, bro? He's their biggest asset. Like, on us,
like,
going for like over 100. Yeah. Like, go on.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying Leon aren't going to ask for 100 million for Wirtz, are they? Like, they just can't. So with Leverkusen, kind of can, because he's a German international. Bayern Munich have made it clear that this is the only player they want to sign this summer is Florian Wirtz. You know what I'm saying? Cherki. I think you can get more for him, but for me, yeah, I think he's more talented than Wirtz. And I think this guy is unreal, bro. I wish we had him. I wish we signed him, man. I think he's turned us down. To be fair,
weren't you?
No, he turned us down. I think it's similar to Gyökeres or Mbeumo to Newcastle. I think he just said, "I don't want to join Man United." I doubt it.
Yeah. You know what's crazy?
Otherwise, we would have gone in for him. It doesn't make sense why we went for Mbeumo. Cherki's cheaper. And he's back.
Yeah. I remember he did an interview maybe like a year or so ago and said that his dream was to play for Real Madrid. Hey, look, I would sell Brahim Diaz right now. I would sell Brahim Diaz right fucking now.
It's hard for you, though.
Huh?
Would you sell Rodrigo?
No. I said Diaz.
No, but would you sell Rodrigo if you had to sell Rodrigo and buy Cherki?
To get Cherki.
Because Cherki's more of a right winger as well, left footed.
Well, there's no problem saying.
Well, yes, now I got Franco Mastantuono, however the fuck you say his last name, my baller. So I don't need a Cherki. You know what I'm saying? I don't need these guys no more. You feel me? I have Arda Güler, and now I got Franco. So but me personally, I would not sell Cherki for and get rid of Rodrigo. No, I would not sell Rodrigo to bring in Cherki. No, Rodrigo's done too much, bro. Am I confident that Cherki's going to be able to replicate the big moments that Rodrigo has had? I don't know. I feel like Rodrigo's done way too much. Since you bring up Rodrigo, actually, shit, fuck it. We'll go for another few minutes. Look, Corey, bro, it's like I said at the start of the show, man. We already fucking talked about Rodrigo and Sesko, but the links are starting
in the same circle, bro.
Bro, but the links are starting to intensify. Fabrizio Romano's giving the update on Sesko. The deal's advanced. We're seeing that Arsenal have Rodrigo as their number one priority. They're willing to spend a lot of money on him. If your two attacking signings are Rodrigo and Sesko, will you be happy with that?
I'll be happy with Rodrigo, bro. The only thing, as is going on from last time, I'm like, okay, it's clearly looking more likely that we're gonna get the Sesko guy. The only thing I would say, the good thing about bringing in Sesko is that he would suit our style of play because we love crossing the fucking ball, bro. And he's big enough to be a fucking NBA player. So having someone of even that aerial, even if he's not that great aerially, bro. Just having someone of that stature in there is a presence in its own. So having someone in there, bro, that size, with how many times we be crossing the box, whether that's just in play, even set pieces too. like he'll be a big aerial presence. Like teams will look at him and be like, even if like they'll be like Cisco's not like that like crazy dominant in the air, like they're not gonna leave a 6'5" striker in the box like unmarked, bro, just because of like the presence alone. So that's like the only thing. I think like tactically it could work out, but I'm still just like on the plane of like this is like still like a project player. We need like a ready now kind of striker. Because like we still not even replaced like Aubameyang from like when he left like that January. And like as it stands right now, bro, like I'm still gonna be thinking that when we sign like a Sesko.
Bro, I think that Sesko is gonna be good for Arsenal. I'm gonna be real. I don't agree with him
because
being
even like when I look at it, bro, like I feel like he's gonna need time to like adapt. Like he's only 21 as well. He's only 21 as well, so like he's still young. I feel like he's gonna need like that adaptation period. I feel like if we're gonna see like the best of Sesko, I'll be so shocked if it's next season. I feel like it's still gonna like be like a season or two. We're gonna have to like wait to see like the best of Sesko if he comes. I don't think it will be this season coming up. I would be so surprised if that's the case.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I mean, touchline. Do you rate the Sesko signing? Because we know it's gonna happen. Like, do you rate it?
No, Sesko's shit.
You think he's shit? But I think that he has like all the
shit.
tools to become a top striker, bro. I do think he has.
He can only strike a ball hard. Pause. That's literally the only thing, and he's got good pace.
The
hold up play is terrible. His first touch is dreadful.
I've had Kai Havertz.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
I've literally had Havertz up front for the last 18 months, bro. Like,
yeah, and Havertz is probably better than him.
You're crazy. Bro,
he's not a project player. He's a bit more positive. Nah, you know the thing is though, like I don't rate Sesko at like such a high level where I think, oh no, Sesko's a baller. What I'm saying is I feel like people are kind of over exaggerating how bad they think he is. Like I feel like he has all the tools to thrive in the Premier League, right? He has pace, he has power. Like again, we talked about like guys, he's fucking 6'5". Arsenal are always crossing the ball into the fucking box, right? He should be able to get onto the end of those, right? I think the only thing that he just has to improve on is being a little bit more clinical. But I think like there is a player there, right? And again, for me, if I was Arsenal, this would not be my first choice. But I just don't think he's going to be as bad as how people are making. Brother, I told you, if Sesko was about 40 million euros cheaper, I would have taken him at Real Madrid to come off my bench as that change of pace striker, that aerial threat. I would have taken Sesko, but he's too expensive for that. But
exactly, bro. And like even like his like you can even say like obviously like his price is like through the fucking roof, bro. But like his age is definitely like an aspect of that. Like the fact that he's 21 and like it was like he's a top scorer this season. And I've even seen people say like all like Sesko goal numbers are low, like because like they play like with a 2, like with him and Openda, so like the goals are like split. But even still, bro, like I don't even think Sesko's like that bad of a player. I do think it's too much money, but like when you look at like what the other options available like on the market, i.e. Gyökeres, bro, I just don't know. I just don't get like why you can get him. And this is how I know. There's another portion like how I can know that like it's full Arteta dictatorship, bro. Because
all right, so let me ask you a question, Corey.
Wait, let me ask you a question, Corey. You know all those things you just said that Sesko's got power and pace. You know they said the same thing about Darwin Núñez as well. And look how
we don't got power, bro. We don't got power like Sesko, bro. Look at the brother. He's sick, bro. He's
Darwin Núñez can smack a ball, bro. I've seen him smack a ball very hard. Pause.
No. Bro, Darwin Núñez is the only striker that makes scoring a 30-yard screamer look easier than scoring a 2-yard tap-in. That's like he's a very weird striker. But I actually think that, okay. For example, like Darwin Núñez, right? How Liverpool fans absolutely hate the guy. I actually think that if Darwin Núñez, for example, went to like Atletico Madrid, I think he'd fucking cook. Like, if he went to, bro, like, I don't believe that he's as bad of a player. Again, that's the thing. I don't think that these players are as bad as they're made out to be. I think, Darwin Núñez, he just has like a bozo gene. Like, I don't know why he can't score open goals like that, but I feel
accurate.
Like, I think Sesko will do better for Arsenal than Kai Havertz up front.
Oh, 100%.
I think,
but to be
bro,
fair,
even Darwin Núñez, I think Darwin Núñez would do better up front than Kai Havertz. Like
Núñez and Havertz, that's a mid-off right there.
I mean, it is a mid-off, but come on, bro. Watch next season. If Sesko cooks, I'll be here. And then if he doesn't cook, I'll gaslight you guys. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're gonna gaslight me for what? You're gonna gaslight me for the what? I mean, Bro, I've said it, bro. It's not more difficult to be It's not difficult to be better than a better striker up front for Havertz in this team. Like the amount of times, like even when I see him like in front of goal, bro. The amount of times I've even seen him like look to pass first. Like I don't see like pure clinicalness like through his veins, bro. Like sometimes his first thought is to pass and not shoot. Like that kind of mentality can't be for like you if you're playing like striker for Arsenal, bro, trying to win a league title. Like that can't be like going through your head. That can't work.
Yeah. I think Havertz would start over Sesko, like early.
There's already been reports of that. Like Havertz is gonna have apparently a big role, like going into next season. But
well, I mean, you guys spent about 65 M's on him, and he's your highest
spender too. So high spender.
He's gonna have to play a big role. He is. But all right, now look, fair enough. Look, hopefully these deals just get done so that we don't got to keep talking about it, bro. Because next time I'm trying to talk about Sesko is when we get a here we go, bro. I'm not trying to keep talking. Oh, the deals advanced and all this different shit, but. Yo, big up to everybody that's watching. I think we'll wrap up here. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, right? Make sure to check out Corey. Make sure to check out Touchline, who we will be redirecting to right after this stream ends.
Go live now.
Yeah, look, Touchline is live now, so you guys can start making your way there, or you can wait for me to just hit end, and then it'll take you over there. Like, what you got going on, Touchline?
What you say, bro?
I said, like, what do you got going on, bro? Like, what you streaming about?
Oh, we're doing all-time favorite, like 11, all our favorite players in one line.
What? It's like a panel?
General, trying to get to 1,000, man. I'm 74.
Oh, what? It's like a panel?
Yeah, me, Liam, and Zip.
Ah, okay. You said Liam. Damn. It would have been a good show, but it's that's all right. That's all right, man. Now look, chat, go over there, support my guy Touchline every single time. Support Corey as well. No content coming out tomorrow. I don't believe so on this channel, but I'm gonna have some things dropping on Carnage Extra. So go check that out. Also, join the Discord. The link is at the top of the chat. Big up to everybody that's in here. Again, go over to Touchline. Let them know Carnage raid in a bit, people. Peace.